So welcome back to School Coaching Point. So in the last video, I have given the introduction of the probability. Now we will discuss in this video the exercise 5.3. So in this video I will cover question number 1 and question number 2. So in question number 1, the most important question from the examination point of view, list of the outcome. That means this is the experiment we have to do, and after doing the experiment we have to list the outcomes. So what are the outcomes will come, we have to find out. So tossing two coins together. So what is the main point you should remember? In tossing one coin, we know that the outcomes are what? If we toss one coin, the outcomes are head and tail. Okay, head comma tail. Similarly, since we need to toss two coins, that means head and tail, how many times we need to take? 2 times. Okay. Actually, this process is not given in the book. This is known as the Cartesian product. But why I am giving this technique? Because with this technique you can easily identify the possible outcomes in tossing two coins. Okay. So this is for one coin, this is for the another coin. So what are the possible outcomes? Head. So what is the technique? Head, give comma, head tail, tail head, then tail. Okay. So once again I am telling what I am doing. This is the outcomes for one coin, this is the outcomes for the another coin. Since two coins we need to toss together, so taking both the outcomes, taking both the sets of the outcomes, or you can say both the groups together. So from the first group, head and tail, from the second group also head and tail. So how can we combine head tail, tail head, then tail. So these are the possible outcomes we will get in tossing two coins. So this is very important questions from the examination point of view. Okay. Now let's move to the next number. List the outcome, also find the probability. First of all we have to find out the outcome, list of the outcomes. After that we have to find out the probability. So in throwing a dice. So here the question is what? We have to throw a die. After that we have to list the outcomes. We have to write down the outcomes. And after that, so these are some events, and for that particular events we have to find out the probabilities. Now in tossing a dice, we know that in a die there are 6 spaces. Okay, there are 6 spaces, and all the 6 spaces have some particular number. Basically in a die there are 6 numbers, we know. These are the 6 number. In 6 spaces there are 6 numbers. Okay, 6 numbers containing in each phase. So these are the possible outcomes we will get in throwing a dice. So these are the possible outcomes. Okay. So there are 6 possible outcomes. So number of possible outcomes will be what? Number of possible outcomes, it will be 6 because there are 6 number. Okay. Then the first question is a prime number. Okay, that means we need a prime number. So in the last video I have given the explanation of the outcomes and the favorable outcomes. Outcome means the total results, how many results will appear after the experiment. That means after throwing the dice we get the 6 numbers. So these are the outcomes, but we need the prime number. Okay, we need the prime number. So the prime numbers are what? These are the favorable outcomes. So prime numbers among these 6 numbers. So what are the prime numbers? Prime numbers will be what? 2, 3 and 5. That means how many prime numbers? Number of favorable outcomes. In this case this is favorable because we need prime number. The outcomes we need actually, these are known as the favorable outcomes. So I have already given the explanation in the last video, in the intro video. So number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes will be 3. So what should be the probability? So the formula already I have given in the last video. Probability of getting a prime number. So this is the technique we need to use for finding the probability. You just give p, then bracket, inside the bracket getting a prime number, because we need a prime number. Getting a prime number is equals to what? So formula was number of favorable outcomes number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, so number of favorable outcomes 3, because there are 3 prime number, so you just write down in the numerator 3, in the denominator total number will be 6, so it will be what? 1 by 2. So probability of getting a prime number is 1 by 2. Now we have to find out the question number B, not a prime number. So not a prime number means we have to list out the number which are not prime. Okay, so among these 6 numbers, what are the numbers not prime? 1, then 4, and the 6, again 3. How many we get? Number of favorable outcomes is equals to what? 3 again. So what should be the probability? Again same technique, not a prime number, probability of getting not a prime number. So 3 by 6, again 1 by 2. So 3 is the favorable outcomes, because there are 3 non-prime number and total number is 6, so 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. Then number C, a number greater than 5. So in this case, first of all, we have to list out the number which is greater than 5. A number greater than 5. So among the 6 number, there are only one number, which is 6. 6 is the only number which is greater than 5. That means number of favorable outcomes will be what? Number of favorable outcomes should be equals to 1, because there are only 1 6. So probability will be what? 1 by 6, because 1 is the favorable outcome, 6 is the total number of outcomes. And the last number not greater than 5. So what are the number not greater than 5? First of all, we have to find out the number which is greater than 5. That means the 6 is the only number which is greater than 5. But in this question, we have to find out the probability for all the numbers which is not greater than 5. That means in your favorable outcomes, that means in the list of the favorable outcomes, so what are the numbers we should write? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the number, there are 5 number, these are the number which is not greater than 5. That means till 5 we need to take the number. This is the concept, because a number greater than 5 is what? 6. So which is not greater than 5 means till 5 we should take. Okay, now we have to find out the probability. So what should be the probability? Favorable, these are what? Favorable outcomes 5, total number of outcomes is 6, so 5 by 6 is the probability of getting a number not greater than 5. So in the next video we will discuss the remaining question, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe it and hit the bell icon for the upcoming videos. Thank you.